Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Don channel. We're here on Interstate 270, headed around the western edge of St. Louis, the city of St. Louis. So, technically heading northbound, although I think we're heading due west right now. Tesson Ferry Road exit here at exit 2. Central Bank and these bluffs that line a lot of the roadway here, all these rocks. More bluffs here. Attraction here at exit 3, none. You don't have any reason to get off here. Interstate 44 here up in 4 minutes. Ulysses S. Grant, National Historic Site, whose face adorns the $50 bill on U.S. currency for our international friends. He was the winning general in the Civil War here in the United States for the North. Became a president, now his face adorns the $50 bill. Gravois Road up here, or perhaps Gravois.
I think it's Gravois.
Ah, my beautiful wife. She knows the pronunciations far better than I. Gravois Road. Which would make sense because it's a very French area up in here. All up in here.
Missouri is where they held the convention for the Louisiana Purchase.
Very good. I did not know that. In case you didn't, you weren't able to hear, she said that the Missouri is where they held the convention for the Louisiana Purchase. Grant's farm there, which is closed. Or at least it has been while we've been here.
No, I think it's open today, but it was closed on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay, closed Tuesday, Wednesday. Very green here. Something you notice almost immediately coming into town here. When you're coming from Vegas, that is. This is flyover country. This is the area known as flyover country, right? Where the politicians and etc. they all call it the Hollywood elite. All call it flyover country because they're on their way from LA to New York. So they fly over this area of the country. You can see more of the bluffs here on the side of the road. Interstate 44 coming up here, which travels from St. Louis out to Oklahoma, and I believe, I'm trying to remember now, I don't quite remember. It goes pretty far into Oklahoma, west of here, where the green grass grows. The foliage over here. This, of course, being mid-September, there's not a whole lot in the way of changing color right now. That'll probably come closer to Halloween, I would imagine. Interstate 44 West and Interstate 44 East. Part of the United States Interstate Highway System. We use these badges, the interstate badges with the red top and the blue bottom. The red up top says Interstate on it for our international viewers. The blue indicates the number highway that you're on. It's a badge much like the Las Vegas Raiders. There's Interstate 44, much like the Las Vegas Raiders logo is. A badge. The 3 points on the top and rounding out to 1 point on the bottom. Now at mile marker 6 here on 270. That's a Z71 Chevy Tahoe there on the left. Doherty Ferry Road is our next exit here in a mile and a half. More bluffs here. Lots of diesel being burnt from this semi here next to us. see the overpass here with a choo-choo train. Oh my goodness. You might have seen what was tagged on one of the railroad cars up there. I can't repeat it. But, yeah. Rewind it for a moment. You'll be able to tell. Doherty Ferry Road. Or perhaps Doherty Ferry Road. I'm not sure. But that's more of an English or perhaps Irish sounding name. Manchester Road up after this one. Dos Perez or Des Perez? The sign went by really quickly. The city limit that we're now entering. Here's west-southwest of downtown St. Louis, or as they like to call it, St. Louis proper. Look at all the traffic here on the interstate in front of us. Interstate 64 is in 3 minutes. Road work at Interstate 64, of course there is. So you got Manchester Road here in 1/2 mile, Interstate 64 in 3 miles, and then Ladue Road up after that. Ladue. Temperature outside right now, I can't tell you because I don't know where to see it on the dash in this car. There's Manchester Road. Edward Jones building right there. I bring that up because the dome located downtown, the Edward Jones Dome, I believe was the name of it for most of its history, also housed the St. Louis Rams NFL football team for 20 years, I think it was, until they pulled up stakes and headed out west. It became the Los Angeles Rams, and now entering Town and Country city limit. It's a building over here on the right that I should have shown you. They have some beautiful fountains out front. It's one thing you don't see a whole lot of in Las Vegas. Buildings with fountains out front because of the water and the water shortage, but let's build more homes.
It's a man-made lake anyway.
Yes, man-made lake. My beautiful pilot here on our magic carpet ride. Here in St. Louis, Missouri. It's Interstate 64 here. Yellow banana, yellow Camaro there on the inside lane. Road work next 3 miles, of course there is. Work zone, no phone zone. Speed limit drops to 50 here. Interstate 270 going either to Kansas City or Chicago. Kansas City is west of us here, off to our left. I think it's probably 250 miles west of us, something like that. And then Chicago is northeast of us. But this is Middle America, flyover country. See the interstate signs overhead there? That little Nissan looked to... Oh, because the lane merged over there, they all had to get over. Crève-Cœur, city limit. Cœur. There's a GMC Sierra Denali there on the left passing us. Lifted, looks like about 6 inches, with no license plate. In fact, in the license plate space is an Oklahoma University of Oklahoma plate, which is not a vanity plate. It's a regular, something that you can buy at any old store. Ladue Road in 1/4 mile. Olive Boulevard up after that. A whole bunch of folks out here working, pouring concrete over here off to our right.
You sound like Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew. There's some red on the power lines overhead, so I'm guessing that indicates awareness for aircraft overhead, that there are power lines there. See some of the homes here lining the interstate. And then some big, is this a high school here? Oh yeah, so the Sierra just floored it, and all the black smoke you saw just came from him, all the diesel smoke. Dorset Road is the third in line for exit here in front of us. Motion Orthopedics, Northwestern Mutual there. I believe that's an insurance company. Olive Boulevard here and Page Avenue up after this. And they've ended the road work. This overpass is kind of cool. It's got some flowers up there on it. Something special must be going on up there for them to do all that. So this highway 270 now is like a beltway, like any other beltway around any other major city. I'm thinking Atlanta, Washington, D.C. come to mind. Interstate 70 coming up in 4 miles. We've got Interstate 270 north, Kansas City, Chicago. That's the one we're on right now. Maryland Heights city limit. So there's a whole bunch of just towns just lumped in here together. That is an X7 BMW SUV, the M series, which is the high-end one, right there. Good-looking little SUV there. Well, it's not actually little. I believe that's a V8 engine in there. So many vehicles now use the dual exhaust, probably for the look of symmetry, but they don't need dual exhaust. This one does. Something called Westport over here with some fountains. Not sure what that is. They've generously bumped the speed limit here up to 60 miles an hour now, so that you can travel a mile a minute. Dorset Road is our next exit. India Palace over there. Multi-cuisine, it said. Should be approaching the airport now. More of the ornate overhead passer. Over the road below. And there's it looks like a highway patrol or something over here. Yep, right there. Silver Dodge Charger. St. Louis Airport, exit 20A. Maryland Heights Community Center over there on the left. Crossing a double white line prohibited. think I remember that from my driving test. For my license. St. Charles County, available via I-70 west here. I-70 runs all the way out to Utah, where it ends rather unceremoniously in Interstate 15 south of Salt Lake City. So they have the white double line there right in the middle of the roadway. My guess is a lot of folks start jumping over, crossing it, because this gets backed up or something, and so they want to write more tickets. Fazoli's, they have a Fazoli's here. Fazoli's, they had one in Vegas that I remember off of Warm Springs, there by the Galleria Mall. It's a kind of a fast food Italian eatery.
Use the right lane to take the I-70 east exit, then swipe right onto the I-70 east rail.
It was actually kind of cool. Now, Interstate 70. You go west, you head to Kansas City. Head east, you head back towards downtown St. Louis.
Swipe right onto the I-70 east rail.
We're gonna go east back here because that is where the Aeropuerto is. North 270 to East 70. Right lane ends, Bridgeton city limit. Heading to St. Louis International, also known as Lambert Field, I believe, International Airport. US 67 northbound closes at Tunnel, it's set up there. Today at 7. Almost sounds like a TV show. St. Louis Airport available in 3 miles. I want to thank you all so very, very much for joining us. We really appreciate each and every single one of you. Again, we would not be here without you, and that's a fact. Please do like, follow, and subscribe to us on YouTube and TikTok if you haven't already. Helps recommend us to other viewers, and it also helps recommend us to the algorithm. So please, let your voices carry more weight with the algorithm by liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. Also check out the shop section of our YouTube channel. The Vegas Don logo there on top of the Las Vegas Strip skyline. And as always, remember, here on the Vegas Don channel, it's the journey. Thank you for coming cruising with us. We'll see you next time.